This is the Forever Getting Better podcast with Javon Brown. This is episode 14, and today is April 28th. No, it is April 27th. Today is a Saturday. 2024. And today I want to talk about work-life balance, or I guess a better way of thinking about it would be work-life integration. And so this is something that I'm actively working on right now. I think if you're listening to this podcast and or follow me on social media in any capacity, then one thing that you're probably familiar with is that I've been extremely consistent when it comes to posting for the past month or so. And yeah, it's something that I've been talking about, right? Well, the thing is that today, specifically today, the things that I've been publishing or putting out on social media have been a little more difficult. It's not that it's been like a struggle or a burnout kind of situation like it was over the past week or so. I would say that the qualities has come up. I'm enjoying making the content. I feel good again. But what's been difficult is getting it out at a timely manner. So one of the metrics that I use in order to gauge the times in which I put things out is time itself. Right. And so right now it's 8:21. I just put a video out and I'm just now recording this podcast. Well, the thing is that part of my audience is on the East Coast, right? So some of you guys are on the East Coast and it's 11:30 over there, which means you're probably not going to see this or know about it or get notified about it until the next day. And you'll probably miss the notification because it'll be buried under other notifications. That's just not optimal timing. So realistically, like one of the solutions or two of the solutions that I could really implement is to the first option would be to just change the time on which I do it, right? So like it could be doing it earlier in the day and or this is still option one, and or taking one day to just record multiple episodes and then scheduling them to come out at the most optimal time on social media or on the internet, whatever. Right, so that's the first option. The second option is to find a way to integrate the work and the production of content into the flow that I have in life already. So instead of allocating time toward specifically making content, I can instead, let's say if I had like a friend or a group of people who were not just encouraging, but were also trying to do the same thing, then we could actively do it together and I wouldn't have to take time away from doing this in order to go hang out with them or whatever the case may be, right? So the integration of, hey, let me make content with my friends instead of, let me hang out with my friends or make content. And here's the thing. I think both options are viable. I think both options are possible. I still want to play with the idea of vlog type content. I think having a vlog or some kind of intimate entertainment, one that gives like a behind the scenes on my life and on my journey and documenting it is extremely important. So I do believe that's something that I'm going to continue doing. This podcast is dedicated to that. Actually, the more that I think about it, like this is really where the vlog exists. That's it. That's the thought. This Forever Getting Better is this is the realization, and it's taken me 14 episodes or 2 weeks in order for me to really figure out what Forever Getting Better is. So originally I thought that this was going to be a self-improvement podcast for anybody who just wanted some tips on self-improvement, and I believe that's still what it is, but ultimately this is me documenting my journey and the different ways in which I'm growing. And then if people want to grow with me, then they can use this podcast to do that. Right? What are some of the things, some of the ups and downs that I went through that's really documented here? Wow. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. YouTube is going to be a place, my personal YouTube channel is going to be a place that won't be used for documentation necessarily, but instead for me to dive into content that isn't appropriate for my business. And then for business related content, I have the JDB Media LLC handles. And I think that's it. So personal videos for me? Yeah, that's exactly it, right? Personal interests on my channel. And wow, this was a very short episode. Yeah, I'm just going to have to let that thought digest for a little bit. I think tomorrow I will have a little more content or a little bit more to say. I'll also say this, I started dating again recently. That's it. It feels good. As a matter of fact, okay, no, I got a little bit more. So the thing is, previously, when I had stopped dating, it was, and don't get me wrong, it could have been helpful and fruitful for me at the time, but I stopped dating because at the time I was like, wow, well, there are things that I'm trying to get done professionally speaking, and also when it comes to my personal life, like being more organized, being in better shape, taking more time to educate myself when it comes to certain subjects. And the thing is that I thought that dating and distancing myself from that world, right, from romantic relationships, would give me more time and energy and more focus toward reaching my goals. But since re-entering into the world of dating, which I do responsibly, right, I'm not the kind of person who sleeps around. I'm also not I'm not a player. I'm not looking to lead multiple women on. That's not what I do. But just while talking to somebody and while dating, especially in the early phases, one thing that I recognized about myself is that it actually increases my performance. And this is something that I'm just observing and I'm recognizing about myself now. But while pursuing someone, I'm more aware of the amount in which I exercise. I am more strict when it comes to my diet because I want to look a certain way, right? I am, whether I'm going to have company over at my place or not, I am more intentional about how I organize and how I clean things within my home, because the off chance exists that someone could possibly come over maybe in the future, and it would be easier to take care of it now. And I know to some degree, it definitely sounds, I would imagine to somebody it sounds crazy, right? But the thing is that's who I am. I'm a proactive person. I'm a contingency planner. I want to plan for the worst case scenario. And so that's the reason why I think about those sorts of things. And this entire time, I thought that women were a distraction for where I am in my life. And it's actually the opposite, right? And the more that I think about it, the more that I'm convinced that when anyone says that their partner is somebody that makes them better, it's not because their partner does things for them, right? That can be part of it, right? If somebody's filling your cup and making, and making you feel fulfilled and having them in your life brings you joy, then your performance is going to increase as a result of that. But also, when you are around somebody that you truly admire, you step up your game because you want to continually impress them or serve them to the highest degree of your ability. I would imagine, right? A mother who loves her kid is going to do some things that the mother who doesn't really care about her kid isn't going to do, right? Does that make sense? I imagine it's something similar. And yeah. Man, no, dating is good. Moderation is important. Being selective in the people that you date is important. Do their values align with your values? Where they're trying to go in life, does their trajectory match your trajectory, your desired trajectory? Do you have similar interests, right? And then what's your level of tolerance for their quirks? What is their level of tolerance for your quirks? These are all things that you can figure out with time. It's not that gets answered within the first 24 hours, but it's just something worth recognizing. If you're with the right person, they're not a distraction, they're an asset. Man. Anyway, yep, that's it. Dating is cool, and this podcast is way more personal and intimate than I intended it for it to be, and that's okay. I hope that you guys like it, because this is where I'm going to document the majority of my journey. I have decided this is my quote-unquote vlog, and hopefully there are also some tangible nuggets for people to take and apply to their own lives as well in here. Anyway, this is Javon Brown with the Forever Getting Better podcast, and this was less than 10 minutes. This is the shortest episode yet. Isn't that dope? Have a good night, or a good day, or a good evening. I will talk to you later. Peace.